So, let's dive into the latest scoop on iOS 18.11. This update weighs in at around 436.48 megabytes, but keep in mind, the size could shift a bit based on your device and what version you're coming from. If you've got an older version, you might find yourself dealing with an even bigger download. Now, this update is all about security patches, so no exciting bug fixes like those pesky photo edits that don't save or annoying app crashes this time around. But don't fret, Apple might tackle those issues down the line in a future update. And just a heads up, common problems like connectivity hiccups and battery drain are still hanging around in this release. Apple's got plans to deal with these pesky issues in the next big update though. Now, let's talk about a pretty serious concern, the JavaScript core bug. This one's a big deal because it opens the door for arbitrary code execution on Intel-based Mac systems, which makes security updates super important right now. Moving on to the WebKit bug, this little troublemaker can lead to cross-site scripting attacks. Thankfully, improving cookie management is part of the fix, and that affects all Apple devices, so everyone benefits. When it comes to performance with iOS 18.11, expectations are pretty low, but if you're coming from an earlier version like iOS 18.0, you might spot some nice improvements in battery life and overall performance. If you're still hanging on to iOS 18.1 or older, definitely go ahead and update to 18.11 for better security. Just don't expect a ton of flashy new features or upgrades. This one's all about keeping your device safe. For those of you testing out the iOS 18.2 beta, it's probably best to stick with it and skip downgrading to 18.11. The future beta updates will bring the necessary security patches, so you'll want to stay in the loop. Looking ahead, iOS 18.2 is on the horizon, likely dropping in early December, around the 2nd or 9th. This update might just tackle some of those security vulnerabilities we've seen in earlier versions, so keep your eyes peeled.